Hey, how you doing, guys? We're going to take a look at the new DaVinci Resolve 12. Now, it is in beta. This means there might be some problems with it, so you can still go ahead and use it. I haven't seen any crashes or anything like that at all, so it seems to be fairly stable. There's probably some features maybe not quite implemented yet or being worked on. And of course, just like the original DaVinci Resolve, you have your 4 different sections, your media and your bins or whatever. Their new, much improved non-linear editor, which they definitely expanded on, which we're going to primarily look at the most. Of course, a few changes to color, and then of course deliver, compression, or other codecs to deliver it. And we just had just had a phone call come in. So yeah, we're probably going to look at the editing features of the new NLE, and it's just they did have some very basic editing on here. It definitely expands it, multi cam editing and things like that. And now I'm not sure. I've really gotten into using it ever since the version 12, but I don't know what has changed because I haven't really used prior versions nearly as much. So some may or may not be new on version 12. But since you're my audience on YouTube, I am going to, this is mainly let you know it is out and this is what it is, than rather a tutorial. And one of the things I noticed, and I don't know if it's been on prior versions, faders. Normally you see faders on audio, just like so, and then it just gets louder as it goes on. But they also have faders for video as well, which is really a wonderful implementation. Instead of trying to use a transition, as you can see, it slowly fades in depending on how you set it on either end. I thought that was very well done and a unique idea. And of course, you can do keying of your audio down here. And it doesn't seem to want to... oh, here we go. And here you can also change the size of the clips depending on the length. You need to shorten it up. And here you can also show audio waveforms, different sizes here if you want to reduce it. And then the individual clip height, depending on what you need. And I think I kind of messed that up a little bit. There we go. And that's why normally I have it right there. Now this kind of reminds me very much of Final Cut Pro 10. I'm not saying they took a book from their page, but it's kind of got an inspector here. And here you can get some audio and video information. You can change some aspects of it: composite, transform, cropping, retime, and scaling. I think it has to do with the project. If the clip is resized differently or different resolution timing than your project, you can change it. I think that's what it is. So that's very reminiscent of what we see before. You can now finally drag and drop clips from your desktop onto your bins or media pool, however you want to say it. Before, you'd have to go into preferences, and you could probably do this as well. And you'd simply set up where you want the media to come from, and then you'd have to restart. Now, you can implement drag and drop, which is probably much faster if you have new media coming in. Of course, you have different tracks you can apply. In and out point, some of the shortcuts are the same, and they're often very similar between video editors. And we're just going to drag a clip on here. We're first going to set it right here. I already set in and out points right here. And as you can see, it just simply goes and makes the different tracks as you add them. And then you can change the preferences right here. And we're actually going to reduce the volume. I haven't figured yet how to delete the audio without deleting the video. I haven't gone much into the the editing process, I'm more in for the colorization first. And also, this is, I think you can do this on the prior versions as well. This is, this clip you're seeing here is actually in C-Log, so you can apply some basic LUTs. And in this case, it's a 1D LUT, Canon log to Rec 709, which is kind of a standard. Rec 709s are a standard what your eyeballs normally would see, and then it applies a LUT right on there for you. And if you don't put a LUT beforehand, and it doesn't let me do here, I was going to see if I can take the LUT away, and I guess it's, oh, wait a minute. There we go, no LUTs. And as you can see, this is what it normally looks like right here. And then you just simply add your LUTs, and this is kind of, once you set your LUT, you can go ahead and color correct and color grade as normal. So that was on prior versions as well. You do have your chapter markers and video markers as well. There you can set it on your video for certain points. And so those are some of the new things, or just some features of their new NLE. I've been using it. I'm surprised at how easy it is compared to something like Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro, and something like that. And I've also been not as the editor as much, but actually the colorization, color correction using primarily what it was built for. So yeah, go check it out if you're interested. It's gotten even better and a little bit easier to use. So check out the new DaVinci Resolve 12, still in beta.